Blue smoke, the Wildcats making their way on the floor. And you know, Big Blue Nation is excited to see that man. Lamont Butler will get the start today as 14th ranked Kentucky taking on South Carolina, looking for their first win in the SEC. What is up, everybody? Welcome here courtside alongside my guy, he's Damian Fish. There we go, ready to tip it up here at Rupp Arena. And it is Kentucky wearing the home white, winning the tip. South Carolina coming out wearing the road garnet. Early tip, but with the way they get the pregame going here, the energy is flowing early on here in Lexington, Kentucky. Here's Lamont Butler, his first touch after missing 3 games with a shoulder injury. Williams inside and the hook off the mark. Rebound to Colin Murray-Boyles. Early on offensively, what are you looking for out of South Carolina as we take a look at their starting 5?
Yeah, well, you look at Jamari Thomas, who's had 19, 19, and 15 the last 3 games. He is a guy who's got to continue to be aggressive, but I want to see the basketball going inside to Colin Murray-Boyles. Lamont Paris says he has to be aggressive today.
Look at the aggressiveness from Williams coming out to get his today. Leading this team in scoring with 16 points per game, but Butler in and out, gets to the rim, but can't finish. Right in transition, had it pinned by Owe, but they're going to say count the bucket. That's a goaltend. And Markson rising up, and he misses. When we were at practice yesterday with Lamont Paris in his 3rd year as the head coach, wasn't he optimistic? Wasn't he so positive? But a turnover here as Kentucky now with some numbers. Owe protects the ball, and Kentucky's on the board. For the first time for South Carolina. Here's Pringle going one-on-one, strip going up, gathers the ball, lowers his shoulder, and still puts it in. Nick Pringle, the 6'10 grad student. Backdoor cut, Robinson. Fadeaway jumper, tough shot. Carr, backside board, keeps it alive. There goes Robinson probing, throwing it up at the rim, and Garrison finishing. We're tied at 4.
Yeah, the 6'10", 250-pound sophomore out of Oklahoma City shows his nice hands and presence. He can give them more inside as well.
Murray-Boyles, he will try a 3, and it rattles in. Leads this team in scoring over 15 points per game.
First-round draft pick is so consistent, like a stock dividend. You know what you're going to get with him. He'll have to continue to play well this evening.
There goes Carr on the roll. Look at the footwork inside from the big man. Free ball going up for Conyers. Short, batted off the backboard, and put up and in from Zachary Davis.
Zachary Davis, 6'7", 200. That's the kind of pressure I'm talking about. Pressuring on every handoff, making it tough to go through screens.
Well, Robinson had to deal with the point guard duties for so many games with Butler and Kirk Creaser, who is still out with an injury. Good pass inside as he finds Garrison for 2 more.
Pretty. Told Robinson before the game, I think he's a guy that can play at the next level. He's got to continue to play through the physicality of the SEC. He does a nice job there.
Murray-Boyles with 2 defenders on him, finishing with it left. How about that strong take?
What we call a grown man move by Colin Murray-Boyles. Every bit of 6'8" and 245 pounds.
Kentucky has hit their last 3 shots from the floor. It's Brea's turn now. Off balance, but the soft touch and it falls. Hoping they get back on track here with this game here today.
Well, he's one of their own, right?
Brea, here's a deep one. Okay! Kobe Brea gives Kentucky the lead.
Did somebody take the lid off?
9 minutes to play in this first half. Here's Robinson, hand in his face, and it doesn't matter. Knocks down the 3, just the second 3. And there's Brea ripping it away for the steal. He gets it back, pulls from deep.
And that's the push.
Murray-Boyles in the pick and roll. And his 3 comes in and out. Ugusu keeps it alive. Back to Murray Boyles, and he'll be fouled and get to the free throw line.
See, that's where I would like the first round draft yesterday. He said Colin Murray Boyles had 16 shots, and he
How excited you would have been.
loved it.
But he's such a nice
UFC fights, right? It's like that in the paint every single Saturday in the SEC.
There's Murray Boyles going against Garrison. And he's got 2 more. He's got 8 points to lead the way for South Carolina.
Nice through the screens. Good work defensively right now by the Wildcats.
Here's Scott, long 2. And a fight for the rebound, kept alive, and 2 more as Murray Boyles in double figures with 10. That was kept alive by Benjamin Bozeman Verdonk.
And that's just South Carolina being tougher, being grittier, wanting it more than the Wildcats. You got to complete the defensive possession with the defensive rebound.
Carr pull-up jumper, and he'll be fouled and get to the line.
Still able to pull off a victory this season. Indoor against Cooper Flagg and the Duke Blue Devils after the Maui trip. But we know that the Commodores have knocked off a couple of top 10 teams. Tennessee, Kentucky in the Memorial Majestic Gymnasium. So that will be an interesting game as well.
Here's Butler, get that out of here. Oh, they called a foul. Impressive.
Well, he was ranked as the number 2 player in South Carolina, a 4-star prospect.
5 on the shot clock as Thomas takes a peek. Now at 3. Gets a little space and somehow gets it to go over Carr. You can tell he is on a mission right now. Now looking for some help. Gets it back, straight on, 3-ball, got it.
Pretty basketball. There was a lot of hands by South Carolina, but I like that shot.
Thomas missing, and Noah with the board. Inside the Carr, he's got that huge mismatch and makes them pay. Carolina on the bench with Murray Boyles and Thomas. So here's Ugusu, his shot off the mark. Brea, the no-look pass inside. What a dime to Garrison. Kentucky went for the steal. Here's Wright. Ugusu from the corner, 3. Pringle, rebound. Had it swatted by Garrison, but the late whistle.
The defense becomes broken, which allows offensive rebounds years ago that were going to the tournament. Now, believe it or not,
1 minute to play here in the first half at Rupp Arena. Williams going 1 on 2. He says, give me that plus the foul.
You're exactly right. You think about people who have gotten a triple-double in their history, can rebound, but can tip it out to their teammates as well.
45 seconds left in this first half. Butler working the pick and roll, throwing it up, and Williams goes and gets it. Right, catch and shoot. And South Carolina is 0 for their last 9 from the floor.
They're scoreless in the last 5 minutes now for the Gamecocks. Give credit to Kentucky being solid defensively, a momentum opportunity here.
Final seconds in the first half. Oweh with 4 on the clock. Now it's at 2. Got to get it up. Oweh shot is off the mark. Over the last almost 6 minutes. We have seen South Carolina this season come back from big deficits to make it interesting in the second half. Kentucky with the first possession here. As Lamont Butler, who just joining us, got the start today. As Williams inside close as Kentucky opens up a 35-19 lead.
You see the difference between Amari Williams, though?
Butler lowers that shoulder. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, he's starting to look like he's getting healthy. Yeah,
that was that left shoulder. Kentucky blitzing the ball. Thomas has to give it up. Pringle inside, and Butler commits the foul.
Nationally according to KenPom, 90.3%. Make you even more lethal, right? He's got to be an even better asset to the basketball team. And before he actually missed those free throws against Auburn, he was shooting like 78, 80% since starting off the year pretty rocky. I think he started off the year maybe 5 or 17. And so that hurt his confidence a little bit. He's back now.
And Butler spinning through two.
That they were able to make at San Diego State was as good as rim and create for himself and others. And Mark Pope mentioned the fact he likes the contact and doesn't shy away from it.
Well, Lamont Paris also admitted to us they've tweaked the offense as Thomas strains the three. They're trying to get the ball in his hands more to make better decisions.
Well, and you can see why, right? He is a guy who can manufacture points in a hurry, and for the Gamecocks, it's important for them to try to close this gap back to single digits.
Robinson lets the defense fly by and cans the three. More natural playing off the ball as Robinson had to have a lot of the point guard duties with the injuries. Murray Boyles playing through the contact. Thomas, the defender on his hip, and he finishes.
Like this young.
Brea used the screen from Garrison. Now the skip pass to Owe. 8 on the shot clock. As it is denied by Pringle.
That's what you expect to see from a veteran in the SEC.
Now here goes Pringle at the other end. As
track meet. They want to sparingly run, attack on their terms only. And then when the defense is set, they want to continue to move the floor, take time off the clock.
Wraparound pass, David somehow finding Pringle. And the lead is down. Game overall. She has elevated every single program in the nation because of what she has done.
Well said.
Brea driving baseline, dish off, and Garrison finishes at the rim.
Kobe Brea showing a full arsenal.
What does South Carolina have to do to get back into this one?
Yeah, sure, they've got to get hot defensively, which is hard to do against a quality offensive team like Mark Pope's Kentucky Wildcats, because they can beat you in so many ways offensively. But this is a way to get it started.
They've also showed him a lot of film of how teams are defending him and the pressure they're trying to show him and test his ball handling skills.
What a pass.
Dime inside as Brandon Garrison rocks the rim.
Big fella. So I said, how's that wrist? Jackson Robinson, you feeling okay? That I would have, when the official wasn't looking, kind of tagged it a little bit. Maybe hit it on the jump shot.
There's Pringle with the steal. Out in front, Cam Scott throws it down.
Careless turnovers right now by the Kentucky Wild.
Garrison caught a body. He has come to play here at Rupp.
Kobe Wright and Nick Pringle arguing with one another on that ball screen. It's got to be better communication. Just really a good pass by Lamont Butler.
Murray Boyles trying to go right back at Garrison. Gives it up, right three. There's a good offensive set for South Carolina.
Man, huge. Jacoby Wright took as big as strides as anyone in the SEC last year. One of the league's most improved players. The staff said they need more from him. And bigger than anything is just doing what he did, knocking down shots.
Garrison, everything is working. His first three, and he leads the way with 15 points.
We talk about the fact that Kentucky is one of the best offensive teams. You saw Jamari Thomas go down, and that allows the screen and roll, and then Lamont Butler once again with a nice finish on the interior. Kentucky's so good offensively, this handoff has to be treated.
It was called against Garrison, and Thomas knocks down both technical free throws. Murray Boyles to a strong left hand, and the lead is now down to 9.
Tell you what that did. That took the air out of this arena.
Right, probing off the bounce, off balance, throws it to the side, and a turnover. Owe in transition, got it.
key words, in transition. Once again, all stimulated.
Owe with the Euro, and it rolls out.
They felt like Otega Owe had a mismatch.
But he gets it back! Otega Owe! No way!
BBN likes the way you used it better than I used it, Trill.
Here comes BBN. Yeah, Murray Boyles is bumped on the outside. Murray Boyles, it comes out. So this is the front end of the 1-and-1.
Yeah, right now, Gamecocks just have not been able to chip away.
Brea, the lob pass, and Williams throwing it down.
For this handoff, again, Jamari Thomas, you've got to sit down there and help and give Nick Pringle time to get back. He does it. Amari Williams with the fabulous finish up top.
How about that poster?
Three-point field goal shooter. 43% is what he's shooting on the year. You've got to get more.
Backdoor cut. There goes Butler plus the foul.
Their defense has to continue to come along as it has in this afternoon's game, because they're not a team that usually plays up-tempo style. And what you just asked for, that's about the best thing that they can do, which is try to get to the free throw line to stop this clock, to increase their amount of possessions in this basketball game.
There's his 8th point on ESPN. And at 4 Eastern, number 6 LSU hosting number 19 Tennessee. How about that South Carolina-Texas matchup?
Oh my goodness, and Rick Schaefer has come into the SEC with the splash. He'll be ready. His Longhorns will be ready as well. That's going to be an outstanding matchup against the Don State.
Here's Brea. And the slam by Otega Owe.
No way he doesn't get a touch on that. Because you've struggled so much, get some inside-out action and let your All-American touch the basketball.
Owe starting to cook. He's got 11 points. He's now the only player in SEC play this season to score in double figures in every single contest. Davis, 3-ball. South Carolina needed that field goal bad. Timeout, Lamont. Here is Butler on that handoff, working with Williams again.
What a save.
Now Brea spinning, dealing in the lane and finishes.
Man to man.
Butler once again using that screen from Williams. And that little push-through dribble drew the foul on Thomas, his 3rd.
And that's where distribute the basketball much better than Otega Owe.
That's what
Lamont Butler having a perfect game today that it was hurting him. I thought it was impressive.
And you can see the wrap, the big wrap bulging out of his shirt underneath that left shoulder. Push inside, called against Kentucky. That'll go against... Got a full slate of college hoopers flag at number 2 Duke, taking on Clemson. Dickie V.
Our partner, Corey Alexander, as well.
Williams with the patience, left it short, but a foul on the rebound will stay here. The vibe going in any arena in America, and I am here for it. I will have myself a good time.
No doubt. Big difference for the Gamecocks, who came in 8-1 when they were able to hold teams to 70. South Carolina to only 21% from behind the free throw line, or three-point line, and from the field goal, only 32%.
Here's Owe jumping the passing lane. And he'll lay it in. Williams behind the play was looking for something special.
Well, this is what Kentucky has to do. They have to start enjoying, start loving defense like they do offense. And Jamari Thomas doing a nice job once again at just trying to chip away, getting back to that free throw line.
Losses.
Sure. You do exactly what LSU, Texas, at Missouri, the surprise of the SEC, I would say, in a lot of people's opinion, didn't surprise me. But
just yet, they can still make something happen here in the SEC. But a tough one here today as Kentucky getting back healthy. Amari Thomas with the steal going against Noah, and he'll be fouled.
And you mentioned schedules, them better.
Dan, still Lenardi currently has 13 teams getting in the SEC.
See in Oklahoma. Second of all, the Pac-12 no longer exists, so you're going to have additional bids from power conferences from somewhere. I would think the committee chooses the best league in college basketball.
Brea off the mark and a foul on the rebound as Murray Boyle still.
Some Auburn's, some Alabama's, some Tennessee's, Kentucky's, so you have to continue to be.
Where do you put them? Because you don't want the SEC playing each other too early in the bracket, so it's going to be a challenge to figure out where they're all going to go.
And some teams you don't want to play, some Iowa State, some St. John's, Michigan's, Dukes. I'm going to try to avoid those teams.
Jacoby Wright as Brea called for the foul.
Wanting to come back, never easy to win at Texas. The Commodores and Mark Byington doing a fan be needing that game to continue to secure an NCAA tournament bid. That's not.
Point lead for Kentucky as they run some clock, and Oweh's crossover draws the reach-in foul on Murray Boyle.
Has done a sensational job. Now, we don't know how the finish is going to go, but he's doing a nice job along with the Duke Blue Devils. I don't know if it could have went any better for Big Blue Nation.
Under 2 minutes to play here in Lexington, Kentucky. Pull-up elbow jumper and Wright hands it. He's in double figures now with 10.
To compete for a championship. Defense has a ways to go.
Chandler open from the wing, and it's Noah passing the glass for the putback.
Won a national championship as a player.
What a game for Garrison today. Season high 15 points, 7 of 8 from the floor. Noah will pull it. Okay. Noah getting it going.
Outstanding showing by the Kentucky Wildcats. Took them a little bit to get going, kind of like the snowball effect as Jacoby Wright showed some positive signs knocking down that mid-range jump shot. But we had some questions about the Kentucky Wildcats. A lot were answered. And they were answered a lot with Lamont Butler coming back. Not huge numbers, but his presence was felt, and the Kentucky Wildcats were a much better team, therefore.
Final seconds here at Rupp Arena. It's been all Kentucky today. It is now a final. Kentucky Wildcats with an 80-57 win over South Carolina. Largest win in conference play this season as the Wildcats improved to 500 here in the SEC. For my partner Damian Fishback, all of our outstanding ESPN